Hi everyone, so in the interest of keeping this real, I just taped this video, but I was a little bit too pissed off in it. So I'm gonna try it again. Alright, so I went for my checkup on Wednesday and we got good news. I'm responding to treatment. I had about 10 follicles on each side. They were about a centimeter, so that's about half as big as you want them to be before the retrieval. I was still prescribed medication. I'm supposed to keep taking my stims until Sunday, and then on Monday I have another checkup. They're going to do another sonogram, and the earliest that I would have my egg retrieval would be Wednesday. So that's the information that I got. Now, how did I come by this information? Because I got it out of my doctor pretty much by force. I was yelling in the video that I just made because it's quite upsetting to me. We got there, and even though I was supposed to have an appointment with my doctor, so the doctor that, by the way, I've only seen once, I haven't seen her since October, but I don't remember her face, but I remember feeling really good after we left her office. The way the practice works, they rotate, so depending on who's on duty that day, that's the person that you get. So I've seen all three doctors. This is the doctor that I saw Wednesday is the doctor that I saw in my last checkup that prescribed me the meds. And back then, like when the first time that I saw him, I didn't think his bedside manner was too great, but I didn't zone in on it as much as I did this Wednesday. So okay, this is me opening my skirt because I am swollen and it's uncomfortable. So, also keeping it real there. But this time, we got there and I was hoping to see my doctor and she wasn't there. And you get in there and he greets you like Mrs. So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so. Not even the so-and-so, just Mr. and Mrs., which you can do in this language anyhow. And then he didn't ask me already, he didn't ask me how I was doing, how I was feeling, if I had experienced any discomfort, if I had had any side effects. Not at all, nothing. Then he starts right there while I'm there, sitting and reading in his computer, and I give him my chart, which I've already shown you. And I give him this, and as you can see, an amount, 225, was printed out originally on my chart, and then it was manually replaced by 300. Now, he looks at his computer and he says, "Oh, that's strange. I don't know why it got changed to 300. I still have that you were on 225 IUs." So then I was like, what? And I don't know why it didn't raise a red flag with me when I got this the first time, because it should have. It goes to show, it should have, because he said that I had a normal ovarian reserve and that he wasn't going to adjust my doses, and then I get this. So it should have raised a red flag. But you know, you go into this appointment, you get all this information, you have all these forms, they hand you this many meds, and they show you how to stab yourself in the stomach. And the reason why I didn't know what he was prescribing so that I could contradict the nurse was because also he did not bother to tell me while we were in his office what I was going to be on what doses, what each med was going to do. If he had gone through the trouble of telling me these things, we could have prevented this, I'm going to call it, mistake. So you can imagine, you're there, I've been injecting myself with a normal ovarian reserve for my age with 300 IUs of Gonalef for 5 days. The average doses is 225, so that's already 75 IUs more. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have OHSS? Is this going to hurt my chances for my follicles being of good quality? Are they going to be mature? Have they grown too fast? All these things are going through my mind. But at the same time, he sends me in the back to get undressed, and then he comes in and puts the thing up. And once again, he doesn't show us, or he doesn't tell us what we're looking at. Nothing like this is what we're looking at, this is how many follicles, because he's trying to cover his tracks. He doesn't want to give you false hope. And I know this. I know that because you see 10 follicles on each ovary on the first time you go for a checkup, it does not mean that you're going to end up with 20 eggs. I know this, right? But I did ask him to know what he was seeing on the screen. I didn't ask him to tell me how many embryos I was going to end up with. And he kind of was like being around the bush, and then my husband told him was having a little bit of an allergic reaction to the gonopepto, and he didn't even acknowledge that. I had to ask how thick my lining was, so I got the info. The information was good, but I got it because I knew to ask, and that really bothers me. He didn't tell me what to expect. He did not, even if he's not willing to accept the fact that someone made a mistake, the least you can do, I think, is tell your patient that it will not harm their chances, because we are here. This is the biggest decision probably I'll ever make, and he is directly involved in how I have a family, how I expand my family, and the least you can do is call me by name and ask me how I'm doing. It really takes me off from the medical profession. Already so much of what I had envisioned this experience would be has been taken away by bringing in medical intervention, that if the people who are directly responsible for getting you pregnant cannot treat you like a human being, it's totally disheartening to me. And I had tears in my eyes right after we left, and even though the appointment was good, we got good information, I'm responding to treatment, but nothing in the way of you're doing well, this is exactly where we want you to be at, you're responding to treatment, your follicles look really good, your lining is nice and thick. It was 6 millimeters, so it still has a lot of time to thicken though, but it was okay. And yeah, so it was a less than good appointment, really, not good at all. My husband and I left, and we were angry separately, and then we started talking, you bounce off each other, and we were both checking, like, did you also think that was weird? Did you also think that was rude? And then we kept getting exponentially more irate, and we were both like, I cannot believe this. So now he's cut my doses down to 150, and I'm supposed to go back for a checkup on Monday, and they're gonna see where I'm at. And the appointment, cherry on the cake, is again with this doctor, the boy doctor in the practice. And we've tried calling, but we can't get through to the clinic, because even if it meant that I had to take a day off of work, I would take the day off of work just so that I could see one of the other 2 girl doctors, because I need to feel like the person who is going to help me have my baby is excited for me. Is that too much to ask? So, yeah, it's difficult, and I'm fed up with the shots. Last night really, really stung for some reason, and I'm uncomfortable. I'm flat out uncomfortable, and to do something that will put you in the way of more discomfort, where that you have to do it, it's just continuously, your feelings are in opposition. Your body says, really? And your mind says, yeah, you have to. So it's just annoying. And yeah, I'm feeling quite uncomfortable. I'm not going to say it's painful, but I'm feeling quite uncomfortable. It's quite tender when I sit down, when I get up, when I sneeze, when I cough. I can feel it when I turn in bed. So for you guys, of gals who've already gone through this, if you could put my mind at ease that it's normal what I'm feeling, or if I'm not, and tell me, call your clinic right away, please. I'm counting on you, because this is my first time and I am kind of worried. I'm kind of nervous, and I'm wondering how this is going to work, and it feels like we're putting all the eggs in this basket. So yeah, I've been doing better in this whole thing, and I figure it's going to go up and down, but it's definitely had to do a lot with the doctor. Just like a teacher can ruin a course for you, a doctor can ruin this experience for you. And unfortunately, I didn't have the best appointment on Wednesday, even though my results are good. So thank you so much for watching. I'll thank you so much for your comments, and I will. My computer's still working. All right, guys, have a good weekend. Bye.